Brett was kind of transitioning into that heel. And then, of course, to this, Sid sort of went back as babyface. And I know Sid's done a lot of interviews on this, and he said, it was so confusing for him because he didn't, he was trying to play a character, but he really didn't know. He found it hard to get heat because, the responses he was getting, and the fact that he only had 3 weeks after the match with Brett to try and get some more heat back on him. But I think the only reason it worked that way is because it was in San Antonio. I think if it was anywhere else, Sid would have probably been the babyface, even if WWF didn't want that at the time. So we see these two guys going at it. It's been a pretty decent match, I would say. I mean, take a lot for granted, but when you consider their size and everything, so agile, these two.
I'm always sitting in anticipation to see who's going to start breaking out the really agile stuff. Like, is Vader going to start climbing that turnbuckle?
Yeah, he could do some pretty impressive stuff, Vader, for his size. No doubt about it. Always a great work, as we see the Undertaker first to his feet now. Going for that elbow drop there. Some elevation on that, don't he?
Oh, we could be seeing something now then. Yeah. No, I was expecting to climb. When's he going to climb? Like the prototype Kevin Owens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who would you be hoping would win at the time if you was watching this?
It's difficult. It would have been Undertaker, I think, without a doubt at this time. I was just such a big Taker fan, but as I've grown older, I've become more appreciative of Vader just through knowing how big of a star he was previous to WWF, and it does make me wonder why it never went quite well for him. He's a typical. It's kind of what Vince McMahon loves, that kind of monster. In a sense, loves to use those type of guys especially to roll into a WrestleMania, and then his babyface goes over on them 9 times out of 10. So,
that was a crazy no sell from the Vader bomb.
Yeah.
You're just like, nope.
Yeah, no sell there. It's just something that I think was accepted back then. I think with the Undertaker, I think the character and everything, and I think people just never had a problem with that. That sort of thing happening.
That was weird though, because he was like one of the only characters that was really allowed to get away with that.
Yeah. Let's see Undertaker back on the that top rope. Spire him down again. Now what's going on here?
Someone's coming.
Well, I did say Paul Bearer was with Vader, and I think that's what we're getting in down here. I'm taking he's going to be with the urn as well. Maybe use him back in these times. That face.
It does seem kind of crazy. Like, why would you ever turn your back on the Undertaker? If you're managing the Undertaker, you'd think you're guaranteed you're always going to be in the money.
Yeah, for sure. Bear trying to get out of this one. No, he's going into the ring. This is always one of those things. It was like the chase between Undertaker getting his hands on Paul Bearer just seemed to never end. He was just waiting for it. Paul Bearer selling there straight through the rope. Well, that looks a bit confusing. thought it wouldn't be too long before we get some of this sort of action involved. We're outside again.
Definitely been a confusing kind of night with the actual, in regards to the rules. It seems very like kind of ECW on this night.
Yeah. I see they replaced the table quite quickly over there. And those steps are going to get used again to facilitate something. No, what's Paul Bearer got up his sleeve? Paul Bearer's, he's not selling too much there. Whoa. The ultimate weapon, Paul Bearer.
Well, he's handy to have.
Yeah. So, are they going to try and... What is this going to be, a count-out type of thing at a minute? That's what I mean. The rules are kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was rules on this.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. The ref's not even counting. Whoa. I love that. Paul Bearer did that. My God, he probably hurt himself more than he did the Undertaker. Like he'd been thinking about how he was going to do that all day. Again, Paul Bearer and Undertaker, for me, it's like the combo of Paul Heyman and Brock. You know, really should have been together, really. Same sort of thing. Here we go. Smash on that. Oh, blimey. So that's it then, is it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I didn't quite see the three, but obviously it did happen. So Vader gets the win then, thanks to Paul Bearer, but still it's a big win, I guess. I suppose especially for Vader at this time, the WWE would have given that to him. It's completely confusing this year because, I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it towards the end of the podcast, but from what happens here, Matt, towards WrestleMania is more crazy than anything we've seen in the previous few years, like of recent where we are now when we talk about having to change plans. But I wonder if there would have been something in this had things have not changed so much. The fact that Vader got the victory just then, and now the referee's going to get punished.
Yeah, Undertaker's not happy.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, he's pissed. Yeah, you don't see Undertaker losing too many times like that. Even though I guess you could say there was interference, still, his track record at this time was pretty good. I would say his ratio of win-losses was pretty immaculate in a lot of ways for a pro wrestler. So, but he's not happy.
I'm guessing he does not care about the hefty fine.
No. He might be breaking the fourth wall just there. Give everyone a taste that Vince is the guy. Referee just looks like he's dead in the ring.
I think we had Vince as well saying, "Monsoon, get out here and do something."
I love this. There we go. Probably the best moment there. Oh my God. Paul Bearer's just landing on his backside. Shame we didn't get to see a little bit more from Vader, but maybe because if he does that flip off the top, it's kind of a baby face kind of move. So maybe they were just trying to make sure he gets as much heat as possible about doing those kind of things. But yeah, not a bad match for those two guys. Not a bad match indeed. That match just going over 13 minutes there for that one. And now we're going to get something really strange, Matt, I think coming up next, if memory serves me correct. But before that, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And of course, this is
he look young.
very young, coming off the back of 1996 King of the Ring. And he was on a roll here, Matt, like he was getting very popular, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And even though they tried to do everything they could to make him a heel, there's look at it. Oh God, they're all coming in. There's a huge denim issue there for him, isn't there? He wants to win this one. like the Denim Man all of a sudden coming in. British Bulldog himself. Now, yeah, well, this is what I was talking about, Matt. I think, if memory serves me correct, what we get next here is the, if it's what I remember anyway, the WWF, and they used to do this a lot. So here's the Lucha Libres coming in, and I believe, Matt, that WWF had a deal with CMLL at the time, who's the big Mexican company. And because they was in San Antonio, Texas, like the border and that, they basically done a deal with them to have their wrestlers on WWF's TV, to have these guys coming in. So, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, but this is a 6-man sort of tag team match, Matt, that we're going to get, which is going to be interesting in a time where, you know, WWF really, the fans anyway, probably weren't too used to seeing this sort of stuff going on for all of it.
They've gone through sections of this through at times, doing bringing in these kind of wrestlers. I remember, like in the early 90s, they used to bring in a lot of Japanese wrestlers as well.
Yeah. Crikey, where's this coming from?
I don't know.
Earlier today, so I take it that's before they let them all in. I was going to say, there's bloody a lot of people just there, isn't there?
Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you who I want to win this match.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to. I think we're just gonna have to watch this for what it is, and hopefully we'll see something.
I will say
something good.
I like the guy in the cape style.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to know who anybody is, quite frankly, in this one. That's far, but yeah, that massive shot there of the crowd, no doubt about it. It was a massive audience. And obviously they were running low on talent, Matt, so they had to get these guys.
Look at the crowd leaving to get their hot dogs.
Oh man, they are out of there, aren't they? They're not. This is what I'm talking about. Like, maybe they just didn't know Lucha Libre that much, or they was thinking this is a load of rubbish. This is time to get stuff. But they obviously didn't enjoy what was about to happen. But, you know, to be honest, maybe I was like it at the time. I don't know. I don't know what I would have thought. Maybe I wouldn't have liked it because I wouldn't have known who they are. But wrestling-wise, you're probably going to get something really different here, and they can hold their own. But I know that Vince McMahon was not overly keen on this type of thing at the time, anyway, for sure.
Yeah, I think I would have gone with his opinion as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when you flick the channel and you look at WCW and you see like their division of their cruiserweights and that, and how well that would be doing, this doesn't really look like it stands up to that.
No, not at all. This dude in a weird attire there with the stripy black and yellow trousers there. Now we got another two going in. Good grief.
They've even got some sort of different ref in there, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So hang on, we better get our own one, because the language or something. No, they won't listen to us.
Doesn't even look like a ref.
Yeah.
Just dressed in black. He could be one of them wrestlers or something.
God. I bet Vince was like, damn it. Do something for me. Yeah, so
he's very glam rock.
Yeah, very. Very, very odd thing to have at this point with these guys. But, you know, they were doing this, they had to do this quite a bit. Like, I do remember seeing them more on the free-for-all shows as well, these guys, when they had to fill time to have stuff going on. There was all that always happening with their stuff.
Yeah, this is, I suppose, difficult for the fans because I think even like watching like the match, it's hard to tell who is the good guy and who is the bad guy.
Yeah, totally. I should actually let me just correct myself. I said it was CMLL. It wasn't. It was AAA.